I have a question.
Okay.
You have 13 bananas
Yes.
in your kitchen.
Well, I normally have 2 bunches.
Okay, how do you go through that many before they go bad?
I've had 4 today.
Okay. In what way do you consume them?
I always have like 2 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and then well, that's not always the case. I always have 2 in the morning. Then I will have one on the way to a workout.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I want a snack or something at night, that satisfies me.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll put a little bit of peanut butter on the tip.
Just the tip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just wondered. I counted them, and I was like, that's so many bananas.
It is. Well, here's what happened. So when I was getting my bananas and I was picking some of the good ones, I put a bunch in the basket part of my cart, and then was like, okay, those are good, but I'm going to look for better. Found 2 better, put them in the main part of the cart, and then went about my way.
You forgot.
I realized it before I got to the checkout, and then I was like, no, I do eat enough that this will last.
I need these.
And that's totally fine. And
Okay.
So
to each their own.
They will be gone by Sunday.
That's wild.
Saturday, actually. And then I do it all over again on Sunday.
I mean, it could be worse.
It could be worse.
It could be meth. I'm just kidding.
It's always meth.
Not starting meth again. Welcome back to the A-List podcast with Allison and Alex. I'm Allison.
I'm Alex.
And Stanley is running him up.
I threw his bowl and you say he's got to go get it. Come here, Bubba. Good boy.
Nice.
How are you?
I am good. Today is Tuesday.
You have some sun. Were you out in the sun?
I was. I got burnt in one spot. Nope, my chest. I was at the beach watching Joshua play football on Saturday. And I was so good about putting on sunscreen, but it was kind of windy.
Mm-hmm.
And my face was good.
This was Saturday?
This was Saturday. But it was kind of cold still. So I was wearing a long sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
But my legs, the sunscreen got on the legs, but for some reason, my chest, it did not reach there when I was spraying for some reason. So I got very burnt on my chest, but some of this is just bronzer also.
Okay, well, it's a nice glow.
Oh, thank
Karina
you.
also, she didn't wear sunscreen at the beach on Sunday and turned into a lobster.
I did
It snuck
try.
out.
That's why I was so confused because as
you
soon
tried.
as I got there, I sprayed myself down, the house down boots. And
sunscreen H to T.
Literally.
Yeah.
And I got home and my whole chest was red, but just this circle right here.
So you avoided the cleave for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was the wind.
Sure.
The wind took it.
Bye.
Yeah.
Sunscreen.
So that was my Saturday, and that was that.
What was your Sunday?
Watching the Pacers lose.
Oh.
Game 2, they lost game 2. Game 3 is tomorrow. It's a whole thing. My whole life is.
Are they in game 3?
Game 3, yeah. Game 3 is tomorrow. So the series is 1-1.
So there's 5 games.
It's a 7-game series if they need it.
Okay, so it's a single elimination. No, because they lost.
Correct. It's not single elimination. This is the finals, and this will be the champion. So whoever wins this series. So they have to win 4 games of the series.
Oh, so everyone plays all 7 games.
Yes.
And then whoever has the most wins the big trophy.
Yeah. So sometimes it's people just win 3 in a row, and then maybe someone wins 1, and then the next one is over.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes they go to actually 7 games.
How many teams are in the finals?
Just 2.
What?
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So, the last series that I was talking about against the Knicks, that was the semifinals. So there was 4 teams playing.
Okay.
The East and the West.
And now it's 1 from the East, 1 from the West.
Correct.
And it's Pacers for the East.
And the Oklahoma City Thunder from the West. Both teams that really, aren't the big hitters so it's kind of a fun thing for small town people.
Has anyone fun saying the national
Which
anthem?
Oklahoma really isn't in the West. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Indiana is really not in the East.
Right. There's not a central. I guess they both would be central maybe if. Wait, what was your question?
Has anyone fun sang the national anthem?
I've not seen any national anthems. I think it probably
You tune in
isn't.
later.
televised.
Oh, that's weird. I mean, it was when Fergie did it.
What was that for? The Super Bowl?
Some basketball game.
It might have been the All-Star game.
Oh, God.
I don't know. Or maybe I just don't know. But
okay.
I haven't seen them. I've been at bars mostly, so they might also not be showing.
True. They're not really concerned about that.
But weirdly, so we watched Game 2 at Barney's Beanery, which is a famous West Hollywood, which is a famous bar here.
Oh, yeah.
That has been around forever. I heard something about Marilyn Monroe used to go there.
Did you watch in the theater room?
No, just... Wait, there's a theater room at that one?
Yeah, there's a room where they have like theater type seating, but it's like like bar tables. But
isn't that the Burbank one?
No, it's the one in West Hollywood because a friend of mine rented it out for the Oscars one year, and we got to sit in there and watch.
That's fun. I have sat there at the. They have also that at the Burbank one.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Downstairs, I've sat there for that to watch something else, but no, we were just like in the bar area, and so our server was an Indiana gal.
What does that mean?
She was from Indianapolis and originally, and she went to IU, and she was like, okay, so weirdly, like, this is a Pacers bar.
Oh.
Because, so there's a Knicks bar that Josh goes to that is 33 Taps in Silver Lake. And, like, this man moved here from New York that was a big Knicks fan, and he just, like, made it the Knicks bar. And so every Knicks game, it's, like, huge crowd of people that go to watch there.
Nice.
And so we were at Barney's, and she was like, yeah, like a lot of people that are Pacers fans like come here. And so then it started filling up with people in like Pacers jerseys, and I was like, whoa, this is so cool. I thought we were literally the only people from Indiana that cared. So that was a fun thing, except we lost, so it wasn't fun.
Yeah, but at least you had like camaraderie around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my Sunday. That was it. What was your, I know you had a lovely weekend.
I had like maybe the best weekend of my life.
You text me at 6 a.m.
Which day?
Saturday, I feel.
What did I say?
And I was like, why are you up?
I'm in love, and I don't care who knows.
No, so Alex had given me the wrong audio for last week's episode in our...
Yeah, I did.
on my hard drive. And so I texted him and I was like, hey. And then...
Oh, wait, I have to say that I looked at the preview on my watch, and so I only saw the text where you said, I'm sorry to tell you this terrible news.
You thought someone died?
I was like...
Who died?
No, I didn't think death, but I was like, oh, God, who did she see?
What else could it be?
I don't know.
Okay.
So I was like, is it going to be some really depressing hot goss? But
I don't know.
It was, in fact, that I was an idiot and put the audio from the week prior.
Yeah, and so I told him that, and then he was like, I'll get it to you. And then I got a text at 6 a.m. on Saturday, and you were like, it's in the Dropbox. And I was like, what? It's 6 a.m.?
Yeah, well...
Were you just up until 6 a.m.?
No.
Oh, you went to the beach that night or?
That afternoon.
Okay, sorry. You can tell us.
Friday, guys, I had a lovely weekend. I had such a good weekend. I'm going to be as vague and aloof as possible, but I'm smitten. And we went to bed at like not that late on Friday, and both of us are just early people.
God, that's the worst.
And so like we kind of just naturally woke up, and then we got coffee and like laid around, and then I was like, I put the audio in the. Why did I not? We always use Dropbox, but you know, my head was in the clouds. Okay, I was just not.
Oh yeah, sorry. You had put it in
my Google Drive.
Okay, yeah.
So I was like done, and then I was like.
I was like I don't see it.
You didn't even text me, or did you text me?
I think I did. I was like, hey, I don't see it.
At like 10 p.m. or something. Yeah, and then I was like, so took care of that ASAP. I'll tell you more off camera, but it was a really nice weekend. We did a lot of fun things, and I'm a happy guy.
I'm glad. You're very cute right now. So
thanks. And then and then Sunday I did my Sunday reset.
Of course.
And
You mean like meal prepped and stuff?
Meal prepped and stuff. Nope, that's a lie to you. I meal prepped on Monday.
Thank you for being honest.
Sunday, I like cleaned the house. Just did chores and things. Oh, finished the podcast. And then had a like chill evening to myself.
That's nice.
And then Monday, that was yesterday, right? Yeah. And then, Monday my week started and back to my routine.
Good.
For a couple more days.
Oh, T. Is there something you need to tell me off camera? Are you moving to like Switzerland or something?
Well, close. Iceland. No, I'm going. No, just like I'm going to an event on Thursday. A really fun event. It seems that on Thursday. So
cute.
I'll give you the full BFF scoop off camera.
I love that.
But guys, those of you that have been sending me well wishes and happy thoughts, they really are working out. Thanks so much.
Oh my gosh.
What?
There's lots of noises happening in here.
Wait, what? I have headphones on. I don't hear anything.
Something just went on in the kitchen.
Hold on.
It's done now.
Well, it was probably my water cooler.
Oh.
Turning on to cool my water.
Okay. Well, I just got a pain in my chest.
Like your heart?
Oh, okay. I have something to say. So I finally got the courage to make a doctor's appointment.
Gynecological?
Rewind. No. I'm really good about eye doctor.
Other people? Oh.
Sure.
Sorry, I'll let you talk.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm really good at going to the eye doctor when I need to, yearly or whatever, every 6 months, and going to the dentist twice a year and going to the gynecologist. Like, I'm really good at those things. Mm-hmm. But I'm bad at just like general
practitioner.
Yeah, like yearly physicals or whatever. I'm not good at those, and I get like I have a lot of health anxiety.
Yes.
Everyone.
White coat
syndrome, just like general anxiety. Every time I go to the doctor, no matter what it is, they're like, you have high blood pressure. And I'm like, no, I'm just very anxious. Okay. I'm freaking out. I don't like being here. It really stresses me out. And I'm like, look, can you just like retake my blood pressure at the end of the appointment when I'm like calmed down? Because it's always right at the beginning, and it's like all this paperwork, and then they're like weighing you, and they're like doing all these like things, and then they're taking your blood pressure, and I'm like freaking out. Like I just like have a lot of health and doctor anxiety, and for some reason like they don't believe you.
You're right.
When you say that, and they're like, no, sorry. I went to a doctor, you guys, a couple years ago when I first moved here, and she was a horrible person to me. Yeah. And they took my blood pressure, and she was like, your blood pressure is high. And I was like, okay, so I know that it says that, but whenever I go to like my gynecologist or whatever, like they take it, and then they say, oh, it's a little elevated. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm just really stressed. And then they'll retake it again, and it's like, it's usually fine. And they're like, okay, like you're good. It's normal. And I told her this, and she was like, no. She was like, you probably need to think about like how to handle that. And I was like, first of all, this is my first time seeing you. Like, you have no health history of me at all. You're seeing me one time with elevated blood pressure, and you're like, you need like to be on blood pressure medication for the rest of your life. Like, can we create some kind of rapport here?
Right.
So she was just like very condescending and rude, and I just like hated her, and I never went back to her. And then I finally, last year, maybe the end of the year before, got a new general practitioner. Okay. And I went, and she was lovely. Okay. And like everything was fine.
Is this the Jewish woman from the Bay Area?
What?
No? Never mind. Okay.
I think she's an Armenian lady, probably from Glendale, where her office is. Got it. She's very cute. Like, she's like younger, and she was just like very cool. Okay. And I haven't had really a need to go back. Like, I've been sick a few times, but nothing like doctor sick. Yeah. And so I finally got the courage to go make an appointment, and she has no appointments for literally ever. So what am I supposed to do?
Well, so you tried.
I guess I could see someone else at the practice.
I will be honest. This is what my ignorant ass thought. I thought when women, ladies, go to the gynecologist, that was your yearly physical.
No, that's just your yearly
vaginal exam.
Yeah, pelvic exam.
They take like different. Why would you not just wrap that all into one visit? I don't understand.
Yeah, I guess it could, but they're just a specialist, so it's like
a gynecologist is just that.
Yeah, they specialize in your vagina and your breasts.
So, okay.
And delivering babies. Well, that would be an OBGYN.
Listen, so here's what I think. Some gynecologists need to get together with some general practitioners, and they need to loop these appointments into one visit.
Yeah.
Seems like a great business model.
So there's a company out here called Tia.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Except the people I know that have gone haven't had a good time there. And it like
Really?
they've been kind of a mess, and like the billing is really bad, and like dealing with insurance and like
Dang.
test results haven't been. And so like that is a good idea. Like sorry if someone here works for Tia. I don't know. I haven't been. This is not my personal
Yeah.
like
Just hearsay.
Yeah, it's hearsay, but that is the idea of that is like all of your doctors are in one place.
Got
And
it,
you
yeah.
see a
And that would be
gynecologist,
nice.
but it's the same office that your general practitioner would be, and everyone's sharing the information, and it's all like women and
Makes sense to
women
me.
doctors and stuff. So it is a good concept,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it's fully fleshed out.
Got it.
So yeah, I don't know what to do. Like, I guess I just have to see someone else, but I don't want to do that because I liked her.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call tomorrow and be like, please fit me in. Like, I literally can't see someone else. I have only had the courage to make an appointment, and now I have to see someone else. Like, I can't do that.
Or like, could you just get her earliest appointment and say, put me on a list for a cancellation?
Probably.
I would do that.
But I just don't know when that was, because the calendar, I scrolled through December.
Oh,
and
it's like
nothing
that long.
said
Okay.
that she was available. So maybe she's just showing she's not available to the general public.
True.
And if I call, but I don't know, you guys. I just like, I'm afraid that like I had a headache the other day, and I was like, I have brain cancer. Like, I am a hypochondriac, and I am very anxious, and I'm just afraid I'm going to go and get a blood test, and it's going to be really bad. And I know that that's the point of going, because if something is wrong, then it can. Stanley.
What'd you do? Are you scared now? Come
yeah,
here.
you should be. What are you
Did
doing?
that hurt? Okay. He hit his back on the table. I can't. You know what, though? That's better than me, because like I currently don't have a doctor because my insurance changed. And when I have the same insurance. My doctor moved. He gave me a recommendation. I called and talked to this person.
Mm-hmm. Not
who
good.
used the words on me, well, considering your lifestyle. And I said, oh.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
I need to give you...
Caleb and Cameron
yes.
gave me theirs.
Oh, they did?
I posted. All right. I posted on my close friends to all
Good.
the boys and said,
They love
boys,
them. Yeah, they love them.
hit me with your doctor. So
Yeah,
I got a few
okay.
recs. So I'm going to go down and see where my insurance falls, because I got to have this kidney procedure, because it's just a ticking time bomb.
I feel like you have to have a lot of stuff.
I need an EKG. I need my brain looked at, probably.
Same. Anyway, hope I don't have brain cancer, because I had a headache for like 2 days in a row.
Sure it was
And I was
tension,
like-
Allison. I'm sure it was a tension headache.
I hope so.
Me too.
Okay, so what's going on in the world today?
Well, here's
Because we don't have a sports corner because no sports
Well,
have
you
been
gave
had.
us a sports corner about the Pacers, just so you know.
I
Still
did.
have it.
And apparently I'm going to be playing dodgeball twice a week now.
I can't believe it.
I am going to have to like go back and forth a little bit. I can't. Every once in a while I might be able to fit it in, but I can't.
No, that's too much. Too much.
I'm...
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, guys, but it's going to happen.
Did you watch the Tonys? No. But did you see the performances?
I have not. I only saw Hamilton.
I was going to say, I saw it and I was like, Allison's definitely at least watching this.
Yes, I do want to watch other ones. I did see the Cola Scola one, which is cool.
That's what I wanted to win. I think it's funny that they kind of tucked Anthony Ramos just like into the ensemble.
Yeah, so everyone the Hamilton did a reunion with the original cast
10 years later.
10 years later, and they did sort of a medley of
It was great.
the songs, because when they performed, when it was their year, they just did Yorktown, right?
Correct.
I think, yeah, which is great.
Yes, I wish they had done more of Satisfied.
Yeah.
At all, had done Satisfied.
Yeah.
But
Anthony Ramos, who plays...
two characters. He plays the son of Hamilton.
And he plays, it doesn't matter, one of the like friends of Alexander Hamilton.
And also his son.
And also his son. And it's a big part. Mm-hmm. He famously, during the time that they were on Broadway, dated Jasmine.
Weren't they married?
No.
She played Peggy.
She played Peggy.
And she was there playing Peggy.
And she was. And everyone started fell in love with them as a couple because they were so cute in the show. And then he cheated on her.
I'm pretty sure they married.
They wed.
I'm pretty sure they were wed.
Okay.
Fact check it.
Okay.
Because it makes it that much deeper and scandalouser. Scandally? Scandali. Scandalocious.
No, Anthony Ramos and Jasmine Cephas Jones are not married. They were in a relationship for 6 years, engaged in 2018, but ended their engagement in 2021. So they were engaged.
They were engaged to be wed.
Yes, he cheated on her, and the people turned on him because
they said Anthony.
Because like cheating's always bad, obviously, but because everyone thought that they were like the perfect couple and like how cute that they were in the show together, and it was like they were so the show did so well and they became so famous from it, whatever. So the people turned on him. And then in this reunion, they were putting out behind the scenes photos and during their rehearsals and everything, and Anthony was not there, and everyone was like, oh, like they like wrote him out of it because he's such like
trash.
We hate him and everything. And it really was because he had another engagement that he was working on and he couldn't make it to the rehearsals. And so last minute they just threw him in a little bit so he would be there and have a little he
had a little, did like one tiny section.
He didn't have a solo. He literally just like sang in the ensemble and walked in front of what's his name? George Washington.
Yes. Hercules.
Nope. George Washington.
Well, not Hercules. Isn't his name in real life?
Hercules Mulligan is another character.
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
Whatever his name is. Yeah. Chris something.
Yep.
It doesn't matter.
Matters not.
But so then everyone was like, oh, the tone, because the camera work that they did, they also kind of didn't show him. The camera pulled out as he was walking across and they had a little moment. And so it was like, oh, the Tonys aren't even showing him. He's such a disgrace. And then he posted photos where he was literally standing next to Jasmine.
Oh.
And like everyone was smiling and he was like, what a great time. Like so sad that like I couldn't, do more. But it was that he had another engagement. Okay. So it wasn't as like salacious as we all thought.
Or maybe one.
But he is still trash for that.
Yeah, he is. Okay.
And cheaters are always trash.
Cheaters are trash, but you can be better.
But the performance was gorge. And do you have thoughts on the show?
It was better than the AMAs.
Great.
That's all.
The BET Awards also happened. Yeah. And I saw that... Baby, turn around and let me... B2K.
Oh.
Reunited and did a performance. Yep. And that was cute. But that's really all I saw.
I didn't see
in terms of performances.
Yeah, I didn't catch it.
But those are things that I can now look on TikTok and just be like BET performances or Tony performances. And I can watch them there. But, I saw that... what's his name from Glee?
Oh yeah, he won. Darren Criss.
He won, I think, the first Asian man
award.
No, he was the first Asian man to win a Tony, I believe, or win best. Lead I should actor. Fact check this.
He's the lead act. He was the lead actor in whatever that was.
Darren Criss is the first Asian actor to win leading actor in a musical.
Wow.
There you go.
Cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah. So congrats to him. Congrats to everyone.
Congrats.
I know. I wish that I had been more tapped in. I have not had the energy for much the past few days.
I understand. And you were sunburned.
I was sunburned. I had a breakdown yesterday because have been trying to vlog, and I will record something and then I'm like, I'm the most boring person that's ever lived. And then I forget to film anything else the rest of the day. And then I try again the next day. And the same thing happens. And I'm like, why do you suck? And I just like literally
our words become actions and you need to talk better about yourself.
I know. I just like, that's what goes through my head while it's happening. And I had a breakdown, but I'm going to try again. Okay. I'm just going to keep trying.
Good. That's all. As long as you keep trying.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
Well, some pop culture news. We have a couple things.
Lay it on me. I know about one.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I want to tell you guys about Blake Lively.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Blake Lively, the suit against Blake Lively and everyone involved has been dismissed.
No, backwards. The countersuit that Justin Baldoni made against Blake for it was like I'll just read you the headline.
Okay, yeah, because, wow, I have no
idea. The New York judge ruled that Baldoni can't sue Lively for defamation over claims she made in her legal claim because allegations made in a lawsuit are exempt from libel claims. So his countersuit, I don't know what any of that meant, but his countersuit against her original lawsuit was for defamation of his character and stuff like that. And the judge said that is not going to hold up, and I'm dropping that. So her original lawsuit still stands against him, against like sexual assault and all those things.
I thought he was the first one to file a lawsuit.
No, she was.
So Blake files lawsuit against Justin. Justin says, bet, I'm filing lawsuit against you. Judge said, no, sorry, this is about her, not you. He
just said that the claims that he's saying, defamation of character, can't be held up in court because her claims are part of a lawsuit where she's saying she's those things happen. Being like, she's not in the press going, Justin Baldoni is a sexual assaulter.
Got it.
She filed a lawsuit saying those things. So the judge is like, you can't file against her for that because those things she said are a part of a lawsuit.
Got it. So it moves. Everything's moving forward. I thought the whole thing was dropped.
No.
Wow, I did
that
not read.
Is dropped. The judge did say that he can recalibrate if he wants to file a countersuit against her, and he can sue her for something else if he wishes. Mm-hmm. But that original countersuit cannot go through. So her original one that happens next March or something is still happening. So it says, the judge said that he can revise his lawsuit if he wanted to pursue different claims.
Whoa.
Related to whether Lively breached or interfered with a contract.
Okay, this is about the judge holding up the legal system.
Correct.
Got it.
Which some people
do and some don't.
Correct. So that is where that stands. Okay. And we'll see, I guess. And the judge also ruled that Baldoni's claims that Lively stole creative control of the film didn't count as extortion under California law. So part of his countersuit was defamation and then something about extortion. And she said that is not extortion. So,
okay.
Sorry, try again.
Yeah, try again.
Which I assume he will.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll probably waiting to hear what his new countersuit will be.
Stay tuned, everyone.
It's just aren't they tired?
Yeah, they've got to be. The legal system is slow.
Because now I think that people don't care about the two of them.
Right.
And so, is it worth it?
I think
all this money that they're going to spend.
She has to, because I think that people are kind of against her right now.
Yeah, and if I'm not saying that she should drop it, if those things happened, especially in such a sensitive subject, she definitely should stand up for what she believes in and take him down for it.
Yeah.
But it all has seemed really petty, and so that's the tiring part.
Yeah. It is.
So I don't know. But who am I? I'm not a judge, and I'm not.
Let he among us without sin be the first to condemn. La vivo am.
I didn't know where that was going. That sounded like a scripture, and this guy keeps coming.
Scripture, not the
La vivo am. Oh,
the first part is La vivo. That's
they say it in the song
in Rent. Yeah,
correct. So, my bad.
It's okay.
This man keeps coming up on my TikTok, who is, forgive me for assuming, I believe he is a gay man. And
in Pride Month, you really want to claim that?
I think it's not
Continue.
bad. I think I'm right. And because he was talking about going out in West Hollywood.
And only gay people do that, as you guys know.
No, okay, whatever. So he's been reading the Bible for the first time, and he's retelling these stories in his interpretation, and it's one of the greatest things I've ever heard.
Why have you not shared that with me?
I'm sorry, I will.
You know what? You probably have.
Yeah, actually, you should look.
The amount of DMs in my TikTok that I have not opened.
You're so famous.
I have. No, it's all you guys with hundreds of unlooked at messages.
Yeah, and they're all important.
But I'm still sending you guys messages, not even caring. I'm just send this to Allie, but I'm not.
Yeah. Like I watched him talk about Abram, who becomes Abraham.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Cain and Abel. And he was just like,
Cain kills Abel.
He does. He was just retelling it in his vernacular, and like it's very entertaining, and honestly things that I didn't remember from Bible school. So it was like, oh, interesting.
Look at you learning the Bible through the lens of a gay man.
Yeah, it's great.
I never made this world. One of my favorite songs in one of my favorite musicals, Children of Eden, is.
There's a song from that I know and like.
Is it Lost in the Wilderness?
I don't know. I feel like it was I learned it in show choir.
Lost in the wilderness.
Yes.
Is it that?
I do think so. That sounds familiar to me.
It's Cain singing about, how after he's killed Abel. Anyway.
I would watch that.
It's so good.
But I'm sorry, I can't comment because I only know that song from hearing it in show choir, so I don't know the story.
I can hear a show choir singing it.
Oh, for sure.
Lost and dying. Okay.
And it's funny to me to think of the choir teacher that was like, we've got to sing this.
Oh, you guys, have I got a song for us to do?
I've been obsessed with that song. I saw this show on Saturday night at the theater, and we've got to sing this.
Was your show choir teacher a gay man or a straight man or a woman?
I had two women and one gay man.
They all three taught together?
No. When I first got there, it was a woman, and then she left. We had a gay man who was young-ish.
Okay.
And maybe like late 20s or very early 30s. Mm-hmm. And he ditched us on our final show.
Oh my God.
It was Reagan's senior year. It was my junior year. And he was very overwhelmed, and he had his mom call in sick for him.
That's some crazy turnover at Marion.
It was wild.
Hi.
And I can't imagine he's listening to this, but I'm not going to say his name regardless. But it was a very wild thing. It was like our final show of the year. And he was like,
can't do it.
I had a bad burger. It was crazy.
What was the name of
we
your show
were
choir
kind
team?
of like insufferable to him.
I can imagine. Show choir kids are.
And it wasn't about his sexuality. It was just about he was kind of not a very assertive teacher and didn't really have control over the class. And so we took advantage of that, and we were just like...
One thing I know...
Going crazy every day.
If you're working in the arts in a high school, you better be an assertive, confident human.
Yes. And I think it was his first... job.
Oh, well...
Really, like... Or really...
Was he good at choreography and music teaching?
Music teaching, yes, not choreography.
Oh.
He was teaching us the vocals, and someone else was doing the dancing.
Oh, that's how that goes.
I think it was my sister, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay, Amanda, shout out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was a crazy thing. How did we get on this? Oh, show choir.
Yeah.
But how did we get to show choir?
Because
Children of Eden, the guy from TikTok.
Correct, yes.
Got it. Okay.
Bible, it all comes back to Jesus.
Always does. My next headline is, have you heard about the Sydney Sweeny Bathwater soap?
Sydney Sweeny Bathwater soap. I do not know what that means, but I will buy it.
You will.
I am obsessed with Sydney Sweeny. You know this.
Well, she did a collaboration with like Dr. Squatch soap.
Have you heard of this? Every Christmas I get that in my stocking, and I just finished this past Christmas's bar.
Okay. Well, she did a collaboration with them where she had her bathwater added to the soap.
Okay, well,
it was a limited quantity, obviously.
That's amazing.
And it was sold out because all the men really wanted it.
Even though it's obviously not real, the gimmick is hilarious.
Well, I think that it's real in terms of she did the I think it was said that she did a shoot like in a bath, and they took the water from that. It could be a drop. Like It could be like literally, maybe it's nothing, but it reminds me of the Gwyneth Paltrow vagina candle.
Oh, yeah.
Where she was like, it didn't actually, like, that's not how my vagina smells. Like, it was like a joke or whatever. Reminds me of that.
Yeah.
But it sold out. So people really said, I need that.
That's smart. And
I think it's pretty gross.
Had I known, I would have bought it.
Would you have used it?
Absolutely. Wouldn't you?
No.
Whose bathwater soap would you buy?
Interesting. If I bought it, I wouldn't use it.
Because it would just be like
It would freak me out. I don't even take baths, my own baths. What am I going to rub someone else's dirty water on me? No. Who could it be? I don't even know.
I could get a list going.
Because even some of like my favorite...
Well, if you're not using it, are you putting it on a shelf to look at?
Yeah, it would just be like a funny like conversation
then it's
starter.
Gonna be that dude that you love that I don't understand.
Jesse Eisenberg?
Yeah, see, you knew right away, which means it is Jesse Eisenberg.
No,
so.
I would not buy that. I
Some
truly don't
sportsman?
know.
An
I'm trying to think of anyone that I like and if it would be something exciting to me, and I just like do not think so. Like Leonardo DiCaprio, gross.
That's so random. What about Leo back in Titanic days? What if it was Leo's bathwater from Titanic?
Yes. Water from the scene of him drowning.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Oh, hell yeah.
But that's very specific.
Sure.
And now I think he's kind of gross. So like, no.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it would be more of like a woman that I would rather have.
Sydney
Not
Sweeny.
a man. No. Betty White. She's passed, but at the time, that would be a cool, like with her face on it to have. Yeah. But I would never use it. That actually like makes me feel sick.
I want to know what Josh's answer would be, so ask him later.
I will.
But don't let it start a fight.
I would ask him right now to see if his response, but he's in a meeting and he wouldn't respond. Yeah, but I will. I'll let you guys know.
And I apologize if it starts a fight.
It won't.
Okay.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, this is it.
I shouldn't be so quick to say no.
Yeah.
Okay, the next headline.
Yeah.
Is do you think Taylor and Travis are married? Last weekend or sometime recently, Taylor and Travis went to a wedding of like Travis's cousin or whatever. And very wholesome, very normal people. There was like a cute photo, but it was like whatever.
Yeah.
And then a photo surfaced of their place card that said Travis and Taylor Kelsey, and it has put everyone in a tizzy.
Oh, interesting.
That they could be married, or was it just a way, like maybe space was limited on the card, and they just said, you know, this is a shorter way than full names.
This is what the Swifties and the sleuths should have done. Immediately find out who else was at that wedding and look at their place cards. Was it just all the pairs?
Right. Like, was it just like an easy way?
Yeah.
To do it? You know, some people think that she's done her Taylor thing with, does she have an engagement ring on? She's like blurred photos of the hand and like,
maybe
so,
or maybe it was also a way for them to kind of protect her by like, not that anyone wouldn't know that that's Taylor
Swift. The pictures
Swift,
or the place card?
The place card, just to be like, let's not have a place card say Taylor Swift because someone's going to want to steal that shit.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I don't know.
I mean, I assume that the wedding, like everyone was probably briefed on like...
Yeah, if Travis and Taylor were there. Sure.
And like, don't be weird, but like, she'll take pictures with you or whatever. Like, but just like, don't make it weird. Yeah. You know? I don't know. Also, there's a discourse on would you want, maybe not you, because the answer is yes.
What do you think what is it that you think you know about me so well?
You would, of course, want Taylor at your wedding. But it's different because you're not like a bride per se. The whole thing with like brides being, they don't want their shine taken away. So it's like if Taylor comes to your wedding or if a big celebrity comes to your wedding, it takes away from the bride quote. So some people are like, duh, I would love to have Taylor or a big celebrity at my wedding. Like that'd be so fun. Like the clout that would bring. Yeah. And you'd be like, I had the coolest wedding ever. Or some people are like, I want to be the most important person.
That person's insecure and they need to go to therapy.
Period.
Because having Taylor Swift at your wedding, that just says that because that's the example.
Yeah.
Like Taylor is not going to make it about her, but if she wants to get on that stage and play a song, are you going to say no?
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. I think there's some celebrities that would be annoying. Sure. I don't know that I know who that person is, but I think that like, Taylor seems fun and like she's gonna like have a couple drinks. She's gonna dance. She's gonna do her like Taylor like bop that she does
she's gonna do the girly things.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like fun. Yeah. There are some celebrities that I could see being insufferable, and that's Katy Perry.
I knew it. Yes, it's Katy Perry. And there's someone else who's insufferable to us lately. It's Katy Perry and someone else. I don't know. It'll come to me.
Other people I think that would be fun would be Kelly Clarkson. I think she'd for sure sing a song for you, and she would be fun. I think...
Hey, y'all. I'm just here to...
Yeah. I think like...
I don't think I'd say no to any of them, even Katy Perry, to be honest. Did you see Did you see her get like...
Which one? Who?
Accosted? Not Taylor. Katy.
No.
A fan got on stage 2 nights ago, put his arm around her when she was playing guitar. She didn't realize it, and she looks and she goes, and like
no, I did not see this.
Immediately just goes into
how
like...
did that person get on stage?
Don't know, but she literally just like gets out from under their arms. She keeps like playing the guitar and acting like chill about it, not like freaking out.
Yeah, I don't wish things like that upon her.
No,
I just think she's like insufferable, but I don't wish things like that.
That was a safety issue.
Oh my gosh, this is not something I wrote down, but I totally like. What are your thoughts on all of the like gay or like gay adjacent girlies that are like now dating men? We've got JoJo, who has stated that her and Chris are together. Mm-hmm. The singer Fletcher,
is dating a
man. Billy is like like she's like come out that she's bisexual or something like that, but she's within a man.
She's within a man.
She is within a man, and she's with a man.
Hey,
I think the JoJo one is shocking because like we all were like they're clearly like just doing this for the headlines.
It is odd. Like, can you imagine right now us chilling here, and then just like from upstairs you hear, "Hey guys." Like, that's not sexy at all.
But maybe Chris thinks it's sexy. Like, maybe they're legit.
Maybe.
I didn't watch his season of Love Island, so I don't know his personality really. So I can't really comment that. But it is like such a... JoJo came out into the adult world being so lesbian.
Yeah.
And so now it's like so interesting to...
She got dickmatized.
Period.
Yeah.
Billy, like we've seen her be with men mostly. Right. So then her being like, I like girls too. She does like to be with older men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She seems like an old soul, so I kind of get that.
Yeah, but it says something more about the men.
Dudes, for sure. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think that she has a good relationship with her, like, like her dad. So it doesn't seem, I don't know her personally.
Yeah.
To be really honest. Although there is tea that someone that Josh knows, she used to date, and she kind of came around to their circle, if you will. And like he said she was cool. And I don't think that person was older per se, but maybe. But it doesn't seem like she has like daddy issues in that realm that's like causing that. I think it's just like probably a product of the industry and whatever. Probably. But it does say more about the older guys that are seeking her out and don't love that.
No.
I do wish that she was with an age appropriate lad or lattice. Was that the
laddie?
Lad or laddie? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just thought that like it's just an interesting.
It is.
The girlies are with the boys.
What can you do?
What can you do? In Pride Month?
In Pride Month. Wow.
That's really all the headlines I have.
Okay.
You have none?
I have none. We had Ashley Tisdale in the house today.
Fun.
And Allison Stoner.
Fun. Was it a Disney Channel
Phineas
thing?
and Ferb is back.
Cute.
So they were there doing a little quiz. So that was cute to have Ash.
That's cute. I like that.
Yeah.
I saw Al Pacino did the puppy interview.
I filmed that.
You did?
I did.
How cute. He was cute in that. He seemed like a sweet old grandpa.
It took us 150,000 takes to get him to say BuzzFeed.
What was he saying?
BuzzSpeed? Bubs.
He is ancient.
Couldn't get it.
I went have we talked about that I went to the movie? Did we talk about that?
No, we
last
didn't
time?
talk about it.
So BuzzFeed Studios so kindly invited me to go see the screening. Thank you, Alex and Dylan, for putting me on the list. And Josh and I went to watch the, what's it called?
The Ritual.
The Ritual, and starring Al Pacino and
Ashley Greene.
Ashley Greene from Twilight, and what's his name from Downton Abbey, and he's in The Beauty and the Beast. Yep. Dan Stevens, yes. And it's like an exorcism movie. And I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I actually hate exorcism movie. Like, that's my least favorite type of horror movie.
I need to watch it.
But I did enjoy it.
I did not attend because I was in Vegas at the AMAs for that.
Or you would have been there. I sat with, we sat next to Corinne and Emma.
Oh, okay. So you knew. Yeah, good. Yeah. Familiar faces.
We did have to jump out because it did start like 15 or 20 minutes late. Mm-hmm. And we knew that there was a Q&A after.
With who?
The director.
Oh.
I did say on the invitation, like maybe
Ashley Green.
The actors, and then they weren't there. But we had to, I felt bad because we had to shimmy out because Josh had to get to work.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like, oh, we'll at least be able to be there for like 15 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
And because it started late, we weren't able to. But I gave Dylan a hug and I thanked him. And hopefully I still am in the good graces, even though I had to leave early.
Did you follow him on Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He came to me with that news.
I followed it.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
He's stoked.
I'm so happy. But yeah, it was a very cool thing. I don't usually get invited to anything. So.
You're on the list, babes.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, are you ready for A-List of the Week?
I'm ready for
A-List of the Week. It's you guys. It's never going to happen for me. Should we change it? Should I just let you sing?
Sure.
Okay, do it again.
It's time for A-List of the Week.
Cute.
That works.
What's yours?
Well...
Appropriate.
Yes.
Don't be inappropriate.
You're right. Thank you for reeling that in. I'm going to say my list of the week has to do with my incredible weekend in the sense that we had not one, but two incredible Caesar salads. And it's just like when a Caesar salad hits, you're just like, yeah.
Was it authentic dressing or was it fake dressing?
Well, the first one was from the front yard.
I did see you were there on the map.
Front yard makes a bomb-ass kill.
When I was
Caesar.
trying to get a hold of you, I looked at your location and you're at the front yard and I was like, you know what? Delicious. Get it.
It truly was delicious. We had an incredible Caesar add chicken. And they give you like the half of a chicken. Like you have to cut it. It's like half of a chicken.
I don't like that.
I know, but it was tender and delicious.
Yeah.
And then the next night we went to Granville and had a chicken Caesar. We did like tapas style. We shared a bunch of stuff. That's
the best way.
It is. And both of them were so good.
Yeah. I love a Caesar.
And that's why I say my list of the week is an authentically dressed chicken Caesar salad or salmon. But we had chicken.
What did you have for brunch when you went to Manhattan Beach?
We didn't end up actually getting there until like 1. So we actually just went for sushi. And it was some of the best sushi I've ever had.
I haven't had sushi in a minute.
Oh my God. We had this blue crab roll.
Hand roll.
I
got to get back to Kazunori.
Kazunori.
Oh, it's like our favorite place.
It is so good. Anyway, so we had sushi.
Yummy.
Then that night is when we had Granville, and then a nightcap at El Tejano.
Oh my God, chaotic.
It was because it was
that
also
is a
like
chaotic place.
The wrestling match was going on with like Mary. No.
Did you choose that because location or because you were like, we got to get to El Tejano?
Well, our intention was to go have Tex-Mex.
For sure.
And then I was like, oh, there's Granville right next door. Like, what are you hungry? And at that, when we made the plan, I don't think we really were. And then I was. Mm-hmm. And so we went there and we ate. And then we just like talked for so long. And then I was like, let's just like, he suggested, like, why don't we just go next door for a nightcap? I was like, that's perfect.
Okay. That is respectable. Yes. But El Tejano is so chaotic and like intense these days. Yeah. I don't know if I've told the podcast before. I've told you. I drove by one time and there was a girl standing outside and I watched a man fully throw a whole glass of what I assume was milk. It was a white liquid substance. A whole big glass just straight in her face. I was like, what led you to this moment?
Armed security guards.
No, people have gotten shot outside of it. Like I think Ricky told me, or my friend Ricky told me that has happened recently.
Yeah, there was like armed security guards.
They need it.
They patted us down.
It's a chaotic place. Like,
guys, when El Tejano opened, I was living across the street from it, and it was just a chill, fun.
Yeah.
Like, it was wild on the weekends, but like Lauv wrote a song about it. Like, it was the place to go.
I think that back in the day, it was normal.
Well, it's
but
not
now
anymore.
it's like a wild place to be.
We had one drink and we got he's drinking. We got out of there.
One margarita though.
Yeah.
Have you opened your leg?
Yes.
Give me one margarita, you guys. It's a song.
And I forgot to say that I went to the Rose Bowl flea market for the first time on Sunday.
Oh, I've heard. Is it good?
It was so good.
Is it like stressful though? I feel like the parking
the parking is very like well done. It's like you pull in, you pay, you go, like there's spots. We had no issue.
Okay.
And we didn't go right at open. We went at like noon.
Okay. Did you buy anything?
Just food. He bought a couple things. And then but it is overwhelming in the sense that it's never ending.
Yeah, the Rose Bowl is big. When we went for the Pokemon event, it was my first time being there, and it was very large.
It's huge.
Because is it in the grass area or is it on the cement like around the stadium?
Around the stadium.
Okay.
And then into the parking lot. Like it's massive.
Oh, okay.
Like we stayed for 3 hours and we couldn't, like there's no way. You'd have to go there right at open to see everything. But it's really fucking cute. And if you go with the intention of finding vintage clothing, you could be there all day, and there's so many good things.
It's Saturdays or Sundays?
It's the second Sunday of every month only.
I know Angela enjoys it, so I would go. Josh would never go, so I would have to go with you guys or Angela or someone. So let me know on your next excursion.
Okay, sure. What's
My
yours?
A-list of the week is so random, but I just downloaded Mario Party on my Switch.
Yeah.
I have the original Switch.
Okay, I thought he was going to unplug that. Okay, go ahead.
And I'm having a great time playing it. We played it 2 nights in a row. Well, not in a row. 2 nights out of the last 3 nights. And
was it on sale?
No, it's actually so expensive. It's like $60.
I know, I'm surprised you. That's what I mean. Like I'm surprised you did it.
I just like pretended that it wasn't that much, and I'll just when the credit card statement comes out, then I'll cry about it.
Just think about it.
It is like that's too expensive for a game.
Yeah.
But whatever. Because my sister is coming to visit in a few weeks, and I thought it would be fun to play in the evenings, you know. So, but Josh and I have been playing it, and I've had a great time. Cute. And you know what? The reason it's A-list of the week is because I want everyone to connect with their inner child and play a game.
I agree.
It's a great game to play if you have a Switch. If you don't, then sorry. And you should get one because honestly, probably the original Switches are probably going to be cheaper now. So
yeah, true.
Get one. But what a great game.
I love that.
It's a board game on the TV. Which is nice because there's no setup and tear down.
Honestly.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's like a really good concept. Yeah. So that is random, but I'm obsessed right now.
I love that. That's a great
And
A-list.
TBH, not a single birthday of anyone we care about.
Okay.
I will say the late Tupac Shakur, it would be his birthday, but the 16th.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know anyone.
But literally no one else.
My sister's birthday is the 19th.
Happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday.
But that, I literally wrote no one. The words, no one.
No one. Okay.
So that's all.
All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in for another exciting episode of the A-List with Allison and Alex. Everyone, have a great week. We're so excited that you exist, and remember to be nice to yourself.
I like that.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching and listening. Love you.
Love you. Bye.